Hey everybody, so I'm finally making a public update, and I say public because I've been communicating with one of my friends on here through private videos. So yeah, because I'm the type of person, well, I always make long vlogs, but when I write somebody, I always write them with long messages. I talk too much overall. So, it was taking way too long for me to write her back, because, majority of the time I have Savannah in their bedroom, and it's not easy at all to even watch videos and comment or whatever, especially trying to write somebody with a baby on your lap. It's very difficult. And when I do get me time, it's not that long. So now it's not that long because I'm in a different routine now. I put myself and Savannah on a much better routine. So last time I updated you guys, I was trying to sign people up on that site, and that's kind of when I decided, because I was up. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long because I don't got much time on my hands before I have to go to sleep. But so what happened was, obviously, Savannah, she keeps me up late at night. But basically, she was, up for a long time at night, and it was just a bad pattern. But basically, when I was trying to sign up people, I would have to wait, obviously, until she was asleep, because like I just said, it's really hard to do anything with her being awake. My hair is really bothering me. I don't know why. I have like a little piece of hair right here, but it's really been bothering me lately. It just like came, I don't know what happened. I don't know if like Savannah ripped a piece of my hair off or what, but that's just a little bit odd. Anyways, so I would have to I was staying up real late in the morning. Like, seriously late, and I couldn't blame that on Savannah anymore, because she was sleeping for hours and I would be staying up trying to sign up idiots, and it was just too time consuming. So one day I just stayed up all day. I must not, yeah, I think I literally stayed up all day long, and I fixed it. I kept Savannah up, because she, obviously when I'm up, she can't really, she sleeps, but once I turn these lights on, this light and the one behind me, she wakes up usually. So I kept her up that day for the whole day, basically, barely any naps. She took, of course, cat naps throughout the day, but cat naps, not long naps at all. And just kept real busy. Went to the park and just kept real busy. So yeah, that's what we did, and my body's so weird. Even though I was so exhausted, like I still stayed up pretty late, like 12 or 1, I believe, and that's pretty late when you haven't went to bed at all. So yeah. Anyways, to make a long story short, I've been getting up, I've been sleeping all night, and Savannah has been a little bit better with her sleeping. Now she can be asleep by, well, sometimes it's still like 12 or 1. No, yeah, around 12. Right now it's almost 2. But basically I get myself to bed before 3. Yeah, there's been a few nights I've gotten to bed at 4, but I make sure I'm up at a certain time, and that is it. I'm making my body, I make sure, no matter if I go to bed at 4 or 12, I make sure I get at the same time every day. For my body has a new internal alarm clock, I don't like waking up at different times every day, because then it's hard to get your body on a pattern. So that way your body's used to a certain time to wake up at, and it's, good. And if you sleep in, it'll only be like an hour more than usual. But I've been doing real good, because, okay, I'm about to get into something else, but yeah, I've been really doing really good, taking my daughter to school, because before my husband was, he's going to walk in here, isn't he? every time I make these videos, he walks in, because he has Savannah right now. That's how Savannah goes to sleep. Like, she'll take her out there for like a half an hour. I hate when I hear noises. And then she'll fall asleep with him, and then he'll bring her back in the room. So yeah. What was I saying? I'm listening to see who's coming in. I don't want to have to edit, so. Because it would ruin the video, because I would stop it. Because I just, even though he knows I vlog, I feel funny having him watch me. Like, these kind of vlogs, I feel funny. Because the ones where I record myself, family vlogs, it's already a little awkward then. But I'm a little bit more comfortable with those kind of videos. Anyways, probably hears me making a video, and he's like, I'm gonna bring her in now, because I just heard him snoring like a couple seconds ago. Anyways, where was that? So yeah, yeah, before, obviously, my husband was taking my daughter to school, and, I got to sleep until 10, in the morning. But now, I'm actually pretty proud of myself, because getting my daughter up for school is early, and, I was never really good at it. I'm not a morning person, and, that means I basically have to get myself to, I can't go to sleep at 4 anymore, or, whatever. So my old pattern, like I just told you guys, I can go to sleep, no later than 4, no later, 3 or 4. There's been a few times I stay up till 4, but really, no, average for me when I stay up now, I would say I get myself to bed before, like around 2. That's pretty much my pattern, 1 or 2. Depends how tired I am. Today, obviously, it's like almost 2. It's 1:56, and I'm not really that tired, so it's a little bit concerning. But I got to sleep in a little bit today, because I've been taking my daughter to school all week, and it's just, well, not all week, but for a few days now, and it's just, it's a difference, even a few hours makes a difference. But the first time I took her to school, I woke up with a headache, and this might sound funny, but our freaking breaker flipped, so our heater was off all night, and I think that's why I woke up with a sinus headache. So I woke up really cold, and I had a headache, and I just think it was a sinus headache. But yeah, anyways, that sucked. That I woke up the first day with a headache, but besides that, it's been okay. I took a nap with Savannah and Owen, because they're tired. I have to wake them up, take her to school, and so I take a nap with them, like no longer than a 2-hour nap during the day. Well, in the morning, I should say, because it's like right after we take her to school, we come back home. But the last, I think it was yesterday, I didn't have to take a nap. Early, I had to take a nap. Me and the kids all were up, so we ate and everything, and we didn't all take a nap till like 12. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too boring. So basically, I want to get into the good news, and I should have cut to the chase a long time ago, and I'm sorry. But my husband got a side job. I call it a side job because it's tax-free work, and it's just for a house. Like, it's a project. It's the guy is flipping a house, so it's like a remodel, and I think he's gonna live in it though now. So yeah, because I guess he's adding on a whole bunch more stuff. So it was going to be like a week or 2 or 2 weeks worth of work. But now, I guess, today my husband got news that it's going to be longer, like maybe a month now. So that is awesome, knock on wood. It actually is a month. God, my hair is really bothering me. I'm sorry, guys. It bothers me. Where is it? I don't even know where. There it is. Okay, whatever. Ah! Oh my goodness, it's really. Okay, whatever. Whatever. So, yeah. And I don't really know if I want to talk about this yet, or if I want to wait. And I think I'm going to wait on this. But, I have some really exciting news if things go right. Things go good. I would say life-changing news. Hopefully. Knock on wood. I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit what it is. It's a job that got in contact with my husband. It's a service electrician job, and that service means that it's going to be work no matter what. It's not new construction. And this company is a very well-known company. And, yeah, the guy says he's looking for a permanent, and it's service work. So there's never going to be, knock on wood, I mean, there of course could be, but more likely not going to be laid off. He's looking for someone permanent. So, but the only thing that concerns me is that he says that he's looking for someone with the weekend shift, which is Thursday through Monday, and his days off will be Tuesday and Wednesday, which is awesome. I love that. It don't matter when he's working. We're flexible. We don't care. But I like that he has a weekday off. I think that's pretty cool. But anyways, the thing that concerns me is that it's also on call. He said that he'll be on call. I don't know. I think it's not just on call, but on call maybe on Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure. And we're not sure because he has to still go in for the interview, hopefully on Monday. But we're not sure if he's still going to get his hourly pay while he's on call. My husband told me some companies do pay you a certain amount when you're on call, like for the day, like $100 that day or whatever. I'm just worried that if he's on call and there's no calls and he doesn't get paid an hour just when he's on call, however long he works while he's on call, I wonder, that's not going to be good for us. That's going to be a few days with no pay, or very little maybe, So, yeah, we still have to see what's going on, and I didn't want to speak about this too early because obviously he still has to go in for the interview, but I spoke to the guy on the phone when my husband was away at the job that the project that he's working at now. And the guy even asked if my husband's working because it was like 9 something in the morning, and I got the phone call, and I said, my husband's not in right now. Or I said, my husband's name, Daniel's not in right now. And I was like, is he working? And I told him no, because I didn't know what to say, I didn't want him to think that my husband didn't need this position. So I said no. So yeah, then he sounded more excited too, like, oh, good. So that was good. So I spoke to him. He sounded very excited and, everything to meet my husband. So, and my husband talked to the receptionist because he told me, he was kind of playing phone tag with the guy because once my husband got back home, which was like around 5, the guy was with a client, so he told him he would call my husband back, and he never did. But it, kind of got too late. But then my husband called. Well, when I talked to the guy on the phone, he told me that he might not be in, but the receptionist will be in all day, and he gave me her information. So when my husband called the next morning, he spoke to the receptionist, and she told him that the guy has to get in contact with my husband's previous lawyers, and then probably make time for an interview for Monday. So I'm hoping that I know his previous employers only give him a good reference, and I know this wasn't the right thing, and I don't even know if I want to say it just in case if the wrong person watches this video and then it gets ruined, but I just hope everything goes well. I know they're going to give him good references. I'm just not sure about how long we said he was working at the companies is right. So that's the only problem. Because a few years ago, some idiot that my husband was trying to get a job at, it was like a ridiculous, he told my husband he'd be hired for $15 an hour if he has to work out of town, like almost another state away. That's how far it was, like 8 hours away. and live in a house with a whole bunch of other construction workers. Live away from our family for like 6 to 9 months. $15 an hour, so my husband wouldn't even afford to come down here, to drive down here, 8 hours away. So my husband would be living away for 9 months. This was like a few years ago. And he told my husband that his resume sucked because he wasn't working for that long at each company. But that was the company's fault. My husband got laid off. He never got fired ever. And he never, was a bad worker. Every company that hires my husband always tells him what a great worker, and they're always so sad to lay him off, but it's always due to low work, So the bigger companies are, of course, not going to keep the newer people that they hire. They're going to keep the ones that have been working there forever if they do keep any of them when they do run out of work, And that's how it is. And it's unfair, but that's just how the world works, I mean, these last couple of years have been really hard, and, there's only like a few projects running at once, and then once those projects are over, you're canned, because there's no more work. So anyways, the guy was basically yelling at my husband because his resume sucked, he said, because he wasn't at the companies for that long of time. But my husband told him, that's not his fault. It just looks bad. It just gives the companies a bad reflection of anything, because they're the ones not having the work, I don't see how that can make my husband look bad. It should show that once he got laid off, he tried to get a job fast as he could, That's what it should show. And plus, the last company he was at, he was working there for 8 whole months. That's very good for one project, especially. So anyways, yes, we played with the dates a little bit ever since that guy told my husband that, because my husband was a little bit insecure and thought, wow, I don't want my resume to look like crap if he says it does. I don't know. So, and it was kind of ironic too, once I did change the dates up on my husband's resume. That's actually because we actually waited a little bit to do that. We didn't want to do it right away. We talked about it, like, well, what if it looks good, but then they call my previous employers and they don't hire me because I lied, So that was a big worry. So the actual time we did tweak his resume is when he applied for the job that he was working at for 8 months. And it's funny because right when we did that, he got a phone call, and he went in for the interview. But my husband was so scared and freaked out because the guy was calling one of his previous employers right in front of him. And thank God no one answered. But my husband he said that his heart was pumping so fast because he was so worried that his last employer would give him, would say, hey, he wasn't working here that long, and then he would have to explain to the guy right in front of his face that he lied. So, but things worked out, because, well, actually, after that job interview, my husband thought, oh, there's no way he's going to hire me. He's going to find out that I lied about the dates. Because my husband didn't hear from him for a good 2 to 3 weeks after that interview, and then randomly he got a phone call saying, hey, you're hired. When can you start? So, that was shocking, but, yeah. So, yeah, the guy did say he wants to check his references, the company that he might be getting hired at now. So, if everyone could cross their fingers and pray that things work out for my husband could get this job, then that would be amazing, because this could be, like I said, life-changing for our family. Hopefully never have to worry about being unemployed again. Hopefully, not gonna wait, at least for a long time. I mean, our family has been through so many rough times. I mean, we've been through, it's always rough times with us, and it just really sucks. We always having to move, or always, having to worry about jobs and income, bills. We've been living, month to month. Well, this last 8 months of him being employed was the most, relieving 8 months so far in our lives, because, we were still on edge that he knew that project was going to be long, the beginning of, this year. But it's always, that in the back of your head, like, what if he just gets laid off, But, we were pretty comfortable knowing that he had a job for a good amount of time, you know? And that's why we did buy the car that we bought, you know, because we honestly really thought that the new project would have started. But I guess my husband is still calling his previous employer, and the guy told him that I guess the job that they were going to start, the building's really old, and now they're having problems. I guess, I don't know, they're having problems with things, so they can't get it started. I guess other problems, not electrical, but other things that are getting in the way. So, yeah, I don't know. The last time my husband spoke to his, the owner of the company that he was working for, told him to get on unemployment. So, yeah, that's how that goes. And I think I told you guys before that we didn't get unemployment last time, and we just want to get a job. That's just what we want, you know. But, yeah, so it's just always been really rough for us. I know everyone else has hard times. I'm not saying, you know, we're the only people out there, because I know we're not. But it's just, it's always stress. Like, you know, like, it's just always stressful. And it's not fun. And I'm just looking forward, because we never even, you know, took our kids to, I mean, I know it's not like a priority or whatever to take your kids to Disneyland, but we have never even took them to Disneyland, and that's something I've been really wanting to do for my kids. I mean, my oldest is 8, and she was really into the princesses, and I really wanted to take her to Disneyland when she was like 3 or 4, but we can never ever. I mean, we're having such hard times around that time. I mean, like, I don't want to make this video so long, but I mean, you know, our cars, I mean, we had so many cars because transmissions kept blowing out. And, you know, like, there was a time where we only had my husband's little Ford Escort stick shift. We were driving around, you know, at 89 with no AC in the dead of summer, you know. And that, where the tire is at, the rod, I don't know, something was grinding, and we had to get that fixed, which cost a couple $100. Well, that basically broke when we were driving, and it's just a lot of things happened, and no one was there for us at all. We had to, you know, push the car and everything, and my sister was just living down the street. I called her. She refused to help us, and it was bad. We were living in a hotel at that time. We have lived in hotels for a few times, and I know this is like really personal stuff, but we lived in hotels while my husband was working because family wouldn't let us live there. I think I told you guys before that my mom, you know, basically was starting stuff and we had to be in a hotel. Well, there's other times that we were living in a hotel, not for long, but, you know, enough to save and to get our own place because, you know, my husband was working and stuff, you know, moving from out of state and everything like that. And our car, you know, that's the only car we had was that little stick shift, so, you know, I couldn't even drive it because I don't drive a stick shift. I know it's just really random things I'm saying, but, and then when life should have gotten better, when we picked up everything and went to Indianapolis to start a business with his dad. His dad he flew from Switzerland all the way to Indianapolis and was going to actually help my husband start a business to flip houses. Because back then, in 2007, houses were only like $5,000, and that was the goal. So we drove. We basically put everything we had. We left so much stuff at our house that we're renting from. You know, we told the landlord, hey, you know, we're going to be leaving out of state, and he said it's fine to leave our stuff there, but we had to leave our couch. We sold most of it, but we put a lot of, you know, of course, our valuables in storage. And we packed the van up as full as we could, and our van's transmission blew out in Vegas. And yeah, we live in Sacramento, so we went all the way from Reno all the way down to Vegas, all that stuff. And so we had to rent a car, and then we drove from Vegas with a the renter car all the way to Indianapolis, and then his parents helped us buy a car in Indianapolis, a van, which that van ended up, the transmission broke a year later on Valentine's Day. Well, a little bit more than a year later. We bought the van in, I think it was the beginning of February of 2007, and it broke down in 2008 on Valentine's Day. So anyways, that was a horrible Valentine's Day. Horrible. So, anyways, we rented a house in Indianapolis and got robbed. Yep. We almost got robbed, I'm sorry. His parents were, it was a big, nice house, right? We were so excited to live there and start a life. It was a nice house, big, nice house, and it was only $800 a month. $825, I think it was. But anyways, yeah, in the middle, our second night living there, we got robbed. It was his parents' first night sleeping in the house, and they broke in. And my husband's dad is actually the one that caught the guys in our house. He was about to steal our computers and his camera and stuff, and my husband's dad actually jumped on the guy. It was a big black guy, and my husband's dad jumped on him. He's not a very big guy. And I remember I was so sick with a fever. I was, this might be TMI, but I was in bed, only with my underwear on, a thong on, and I was burning up. I had a really bad fever. I was throwing up and everything. I got very sick when we got there. It was a very stressful trip. Owen was just turned almost 1, I believe, and Cheyenne just turned 3. So they were very little, and they were in our room with us. It was nighttime, like 2 in the morning when it all happened. And I remember hearing a loud scream, and my heart dropped, and I opened my eyes, and next thing I knew my husband jumped up, literally, out of the bed, dead asleep. He woke up and ran downstairs. It was weird. It was so weird, and basically, there was 2 guys, but one guy left. He ran away, and my husband and his dad were tackling the guy. He was a humongous guy, and they got a knife and everything and put up to his throat because, it was just really scary. And luckily the cops came and everything like that. But my husband almost killed the guy. Seriously, he was almost freaking dead. My husband didn't know the laws in Indianapolis, but I guess it could have been legal. The cops said that they wished my husband would have killed him. It would have been legal because, he broke in our house. So basically, after that happened, the next night, our windows broke. Someone was trying to break in again. So we said this is enough, and his parents really wanted us to move back. So we moved back, and it's all history from there. So yeah, we've been through quite a lot. I could tell you lots of more stories, but this video would be like 3 hours long probably, or even longer. But yeah, I'm really hoping he gets the job. To make a long story short, I'm really hoping on that because we've been really stressed. But I am so grateful. From the bottom of my heart, I don't know what it is, but I'm so grateful for this project side job thing he has going on. I'm so grateful. He got to work Saturday today. It just feels so nice having him work. It really is. And I feel very thankful. Just that's all that comes to my head. I'm just thankful. Blessed, thankful, whatever. I really do. We're going to be, and since we were kind of like, damn it, this job's only for 2 weeks. But now it's like, it's going to be more like a month project because the guy's adding on like lights in the backyard. It's going to be a lot of, almost, I think, a whole other panel he wants. It would have been nice if my husband didn't get paid by hour and got paid by like his business rates, like a bid. That would have been nice, but it's whatever. I mean, I'm so thankful he's getting to work, and I'm thankful he's getting something. So he's supposed to get paid on Monday, this Monday coming up, and I'm really hoping because he didn't write anything down, and I feel it's so stupid for my husband to work like that without having anything written down that he has to pay my husband. But there's lots of other people working there, and if he doesn't pay my husband, could obviously get him in a lot of trouble because it's all under the table. So yeah. Anyways, that's my only worry, that he's not gonna get paid because he only knows my husband. He only asks for very little from my husband as far as information goes. and my husband has very little on him too. So, anyways, but I'm so thankful that he's working this side job, and I'm really happy that it's now a month, more like a month he can work, hopefully, knock on wood. Should be. And, but now, since my husband might have a job interview, knock on wood, on Monday, just knock on wood the whole time, he probably obviously only could work on his days off, which I hope is okay with the guy, you know, so I don't know how much my husband will make at his new job if he gets one, but, yeah, so obviously he probably can't fit it, you know, obviously he can't work at 2 places at once. He could work on Tuesday and Wednesday if the guy don't mind him working those days, just, you know, and hopefully he understands that my husband has a normal full-time job now, hopefully, knock on wood. So yeah, I'm just really thankful. And we don't have rent. Rent's not paid. My landlord has not gotten in touch with us, which is very weird. It's not like him not to call us. He probably will call us tomorrow, because, yeah, then tomorrow's late fee day. Yeah, we already owe him a late fee for over 3 days late. So we probably, if things go good, I can't say when we can pay him. I would like to pay him on the 12th, but we have a whole bunch of other bills we have to take care of first, like the electricity bill, on Monday. So, and then I'm gonna pay, and I could, if he gets paid on Monday, I'm gonna keep the internet on, obviously. So on Monday, I'm gonna pay that, and that's actually when it's supposed to get shut off. I got a letter, and yeah, and then his ticket thing or whatever, he's paying that on Monday. We got them to wait till Monday, on the 5th. So everything's on the 5th. All the bills are due on the 5th. Literally, everything. Yeah, everything. Wow, that's crazy. The electricity's due on the 5th. His ticket's due on the 5th, and the internet's due on the 5th. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, my car payment I have to take care of on the 12th. So that's why I said we can't really pay rent. We'll have half the rent, maybe, hopefully. Maybe a little bit less on put aside. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe more like a few $100s. I'm not sure how much we can spare since I have to pay the car payment. But I'm thinking we're gonna have rent paid on the 19th. That's if he keeps working at this job. I don't know how the pay schedule is with the new job. But yeah, it'll be at the end of the month where we can pay rent. We're going to tell our landlord something. I don't want him to know that my husband's having job problems, because I think he'll get freaked out and want us out, pretty much. Even though that my husband's, like, getting a new job. He's just, I don't know. That's what kind of happened when, last year, when my husband told our landlady that, he lost his job. She freaked the hell out, and that's when she started the eviction process. So I'm a little bit worried that he'll do the same. So, I don't know what I'm going to tell him. I don't know. Maybe that some, family, I had to take care of some family stuff. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully he doesn't try to call my husband's employer and, get suspicious. Prayers that he doesn't, crossing fingers that he doesn't. But yeah, this is just a little bit of an update I wanted to give you guys. Yeah. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. I took some very cute pictures of the kids at the park. I've been trying to take them to the park, but the weather has been, today was pretty nice. I had my neurologist appointment today. Oh boy. Yeah, I need to make like a whole doctor update thing, but I'll just make a long story short. So I had to get another MRI done. It's my 3rd MRI, and I have to get the dye in my spine. Oh my god. Yeah. And then, I didn't see my doctor this last time. I see a neurologist today, but I seen my doctor a few weeks ago. Let's see, like a few weeks ago. A week and a half ago. And, it was like a nurse practitioner. She's younger though. And she, she took actual real time to talk to me and stuff. And she actually had like her assistant with her. So they're both like brainstorming like what could be wrong with me. And she was saying that, physical therapy could maybe make me better, help me a lot. And I told her that the last physical therapist didn't even want to touch me because of the spasms. they're scared, and I told her that's my worry too. I know I don't want to do physical therapy if it's going to make me worse, because they don't even know exactly what's causing my spasms. I know it has something to do with the epidural, and obviously it's spasms in my nerves, nerve spasms, and I told her, I'm worried because, when I do move certain ways, my body will have a spasm, my legs, and she told me that, we have to get my brain, because, obviously all the spasms, the nerves are from, it all works from your brain, that's where it goes. She was saying that, if physical therapy might help straighten the brain nerves, I don't know, it's all kind of crazy, but that, trick my body into, I don't know, she's like saying all this crazy stuff, it'll hurt before it gets better, that's what she's saying, but if I have a nerve condition, I don't see how physical therapy can help that. I don't know. But my neurologist basically told me that he's pretty sure they're not going to be able to find out exactly what it is. Well, he says that he's pretty sure, because it all happened when I had my son with epidural, that it's like it's very tiny to tell, but and my nerve is a chemical imbalance, he thinks, or it's like they pinch my nerve and he just can't see that, because it's so tedious. Basically, I don't know, he's Russian, so I mean it's hard to understand him, and I'm not very good at explaining things, but something about micro, tiny, and that's why he's gonna he wants to get the dye. He wanted to do a spinal tap, but he says that could have had side effects of having headaches afterwards, so I don't want that. So I've been doing real good on my headaches, and actually tonight is, I have like a little headache tonight, but it's actually gone away a little bit. I just started to get one a few hours ago, and I think it's because TMI, but it's that time of the month coming, so, yeah, anyways, so basically, he wanted to do a spinal tap, and I don't even know what that could have said. I guess test my spine, I don't know, take the fluids out, I don't know, but now I have to get that. If anyone has ever had that done, getting an MRI with the dye, let me know how that works. I'm really scared because, the first time I got my head MRI done a few months ago, they wanted to do the dye as well, and on the paper it says it could cause death. My husband's coming in. No. So I'm really kind of worried. I mean, my husband's like, they have to write that just in case it happens, and, I'm not able to sue them. If, he can't sue them if I die. So, yeah, I kind of understand that, but, it scares me, and it scares me that if the epidural, because the lady put me different multiple times in my back, it scares me that this needle will cause more harm to me. I don't want my back to get worse at all. I don't know if I should do it or not. I'm really questioning it. I'm not 100% sure if I should do it. Because he basically said, if they find out that it is that, there's nothing they can do for me. Basically, that's what he said. At least that's what his opinion is. He could be wrong, of course. But, he says that, he can't fix the nerves. I don't know if he's right or not. But, yeah, I guess that doing the dye is going to show, I guess if there's any abnormal stuff going on. He says not even 100% that they could even see it if it's so little and tiny, which I don't understand what he means by so little and tiny. I don't know, I don't know why they couldn't see it, to tell you the truth. They should be able to see it, I don't know. He did mention if it's muscle spasms, and I'm like, there's no way it's muscle spasms. I know what a muscle spasm is, and I know what my spasms are. It's freaking spasms. I mean, I have in my feet, I have in my feet places that you would not think muscles could, I have them in my back of my, it all happened after I had my son. No one could convince me that it was all coincidental. It was right after I had him, everything started happening. Unless it was some way how he came out of me, like if he messed up my back or something, but I'm pretty sure it was an epidural because it didn't take, and I did take with my daughter. And I did get an epidural done with Savannah, but when they try to give it to me when you're sitting up, I was crying. It hurt so bad when they're just trying to put that numbing stuff in my back. the needle, it was making me have spasms, and I was just so worried. It felt like my nerves were just going to snap off. My back was in such spasms, and the stupid nurse didn't want to give me no pain medication, and the guy's like, let's give her pain medication through the IV, and let's see if that helps for us to, to control her spasms, my pain. And she was just a bitch about it, and but he decided to give me the medicine and lay me on my side. And he says that they normally don't even give epidurals like that way, but I was just, my blood pressure is going so high, they wanted me to have epidural. I was so scared to get it done again. And my back was a little bit sore, too, after I got that done, but that might be normal. But I don't remember it being sore with Cheyenne. But anyways, they gave me the pain medicine, and I honestly believe I was, like, so drowsy from that. Like, I was, like, loopy. I so believe that's all they had to give me. I don't think I needed, well, obviously I did not need nothing else anyways, because right after he injected the epidural into me, I was pushing her out. I felt so much pressure. That pain medication made me relax enough to dilate to the full 10, because I think I was like 8.5 or 9 even, and they just wanted me to be relaxed, to keep my blood pressure down. That was like their goal with the whole epidural thing, because my body was having contractions after contractions. It's not fun being induced, and that's what people don't understand. Like, that's why people get epidurals and pain medication when you're getting induced, because now I realize and I understand that people that go into labor naturally could handle their contractions, because it's natural, and the pain's not like that, not as if you were being pumped with medicine or, being induced, They gave me like the Cervidil. I want to go back and look at my, my labor with her through my charts, my files to see if they did give me Pitocin, because my husband says they did, but I don't think they did. I think they put the Cervidil in my cervix or whatever twice. I think that's what they did, but I really wish I can go back and see exactly how, because I was like having high blood pressure, and it was all crazy for me. So I don't remember what they gave me, but my contractions were like 30 seconds apart. My body wasn't getting no break at all. It was insane. Like, I experienced real labor with Savannah. Well, I don't know if you want to call it real labor since I was induced, but I was induced every 3 times. With Cheyenne, I got the epidural. I was having lots of back labor with Cheyenne, and I was in labor for a few hours before I got the epidural, and I had her like immediately after I got the epidural. With Owen, I was a few hours once again. My labors usually last a few hours once I get the hard contractions, and but his epidural did not take. It was a little bit numb on one side, but the whole other side wasn't, and I felt everything with him coming out. Cheyenne's was like the real one, the real epidural. My legs were actually numb and stuff. Savannah, nothing. My legs weren't numb, nothing. Nothing happened. It did not even take, because it takes a certain amount of time. She was born before anything could have, took an effect. I felt everything. I got her birth on video camera with my camcorder, and it's on a camcorder. It's not like chip. I can't load it up to YouTube. I have to transfer it to different, like put it on a CD or something. I had to buy a program for that. But anyways, you can actually hear me saying, they're like, do you want to see her in a mirror? I'm like, no, I want her out. Take her out, because it was burning. I felt everything in my vagina. TMI, but it was horrible. It was intense. And I did not tear. I just had like a little tiny tear. So I'm thankful for that, because she came out fast. Yeah, I did tear a little bit, because it was actually the worst. It was like the tiniest little tear, but it hurt forever with having Savannah. So that little tear was painful. It did not heal very fast at all, like months. But anyways, see. So yeah, I understand why people could deliver their babies naturally when they go into labor, because they're not, they're having breaks in between their contractions. It's not crazy. So you should not judge a person that gets epidural done, or gets epidural when they have to be induced, because don't judge that person until you get induced and you see how horrible those contractions are, unless your labor is super fast or something. But if you're going through, even 2 hours, I think mine was usually around 3 to 4 hours of labor. You know, every 30 seconds a contraction, then yeah, that's a long 3-4 hours. But anyways, yeah, it was scary sitting down. My whole blood pressure, it was going so high. I almost had a C-section. But anyways, back on track with I need to end this video now because it's like long, probably 40 minutes, I'm assuming, but maybe even 50. I don't even know. But I'm sorry it's so long. Yeah, but basically, what was I saying? Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, but with the epidural, it was so painful. So I don't really know. With Savannah, it was like horrible. They had to sedate me basically. So I don't really know if I could even handle getting injected with the dye in my spine. I'm pretty sure it's in my spine, right? So yeah. If anyone has any information on that, I would love to know how this all works because I'm freaking out a little bit because I don't want my back to get in more pain than what already is. And plus, I feel like if there's like, I know I have spasms, so like I don't want something coming back saying, hey, you have this, but we can't fix you. And I went through all of that. You know, another MRI, another dye, not another dye, but getting dye done, you know, and everything for nothing basically, just to find out. I guess then I could get on disability. I probably could get on it now. If anyone knows how disability works, let me know. I did apply for it back in a few years ago, but then everything got crazy. That's when we moved to Nevada, and then we moved back, and then, you know, whole hotel thing happened, and my mom was a psycho. Yeah, so it was just really chaotic, and I didn't get to. I should have, because I think I would have gotten it back then. But yeah, it sucks. But I need to go and apply for it again. I think I really will. Whenever I get the chance, since my husband, he's working from 8. Well, he actually starts at 7:30, but usually it starts at 8. But he gets there 30 minutes earlier, which is okay with the guy, I guess. So he works from 7:30 to 5. So that's long, but whatever. I'm not going to complain at all. I'm letting him work as long as he can, because once there's no work, there's no work. So, but hopefully he gets that job. But anyways, I'm going to end this video because my mouth is super dry, and I look like crap, and I apologize. But thank you guys for watching, and just keep your fingers and toes crossed and pray, if that's your thing, or wish us, you know, good work vibes, that he gets a job on Monday, and that if he is on call, he gets paid his hourly pay still, which that's wishful thinking, but hopefully he will, because we need that income. I don't really know what we're going to do if he's just on call for 5 days, because he might not make any income, you know, but we'll see. I don't want him to, like, lose the side job for this job if it's just on call, and what if he don't make no money, and then he don't have the side job. But I guess if he's on call, I guess he could work, technically, still at the job he's working at now, you know, if he's on call, so maybe he'll just do that. Obviously he will, but yeah, anyways, I'm talking too much and rambling, and I need to go to bed now. So, anyways, I'll talk to y'all later, and I want to do I guess I just did give you guys an update about my doctor's appointment. Anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.